So we move into the series proper now that the overall situation has been established. Due to all the energon outside, there's a limit to the amount of robot mode time they can spend out there. They have to stick with beast form instead whenever they can. And also because of that energon thing, communications are severely limited. That's what Rhinox has been working on, actually, a prototype for a new communicator to cut through this interference. And because of the situation, it'll have to be foolproof.
Well, still needs a field test.
Test? I'm your bot. What you got?
And here comes the fool now.
Whoa, ultra gear.
The prosecution rests. So they strap it on Cheetor and send him out for the test. Yeah, kiss that puppy goodbye, Rhinox. While Cheetor runs off for a creative way to no doubt destroy this invention, Scorponok just made a discovery. Something very important, so it's going to have to be removed delicately.
Scorponok, terrorize!
Well, when your hands are claws, you don't really think delicate, do you? Cheetor hears the explosion and, despite Optimus's orders, runs towards it with the piece of experimental technology. The thing Scorponok found is a mega cannon, so even though Rhinox passes on Optimus' orders to stay put while their leader comes out to handle it, Cheetor still decides following orders is not an option, so he takes Scorponok captive. Well, sort of. He's got a gun on him and tells him not to move or anything. But then Tarantulas appears and does the worst possible thing you could do to Cheetor. Offer the mildest of distractions. True to his cat-like nature, Cheetor could probably be kept out of the action if you just shined a laser at the ground. Oh, go get it! Go get it! Go get it! During the distraction, Scorponok transforms and shoots Cheetor several times before making off with the cannon. Optimus shows up just in time to see Cheetor go offline, which means... Yep, Cheetor's going to have to take an algebra test without his pants on. Eventually, Rhinox brings him back online, where we learn that, surprise, surprise, the comm unit is damaged. That's not only bad, but the components used to build it were unique. It was a one-of-a-kind advantage that the Maximals had over the Predacons. And for all of 10 minutes, thanks to Cheetor.
I couldn't let him get away with that cannon.
Oh yeah, you took care of that real good, kiddo.
Ouch, it's bad when the team asshole has a valid point. Optimus finally grabs onto him and tries to get through his thick skull that this is not a video game. This is a war for survival, and he needs to, not to put too fine a point on it, stop fucking up everything he touches. Feeling crummy, Cheetor volunteers to sneak into the Predacon base and deal with their cannon, but Optimus wants to talk to Dinobot about it before they do anything. And whatever it is, the plan's going to rely on people doing what they're told. Although I'm sure Cheetor has learned his lesson and isn't going to disobey Optimus again and go running off into danger, right? Not a chance.
You don't have the sense to be afraid.
Oh yeah? I'll show you what I have the sense to do, Motorhead. You and Big Bot.
How many years you spent pissing on a toilet seat before someone told you to put it up?
Rhinox tells Rat Trap he better go after Cheetor, otherwise Optimus will probably get mad at him too for goading the idiot into going. A good thing too, because mere moments after arriving and spying out the installation of the cannon, Cheetor is captured by Tarantulas. Lois Lane needs less rescuing than this moron does. He comes to, stuck to a giant web, with Tarantulas nearby cackling evilly and talking about his plans to eat Cheetor. No, really, I'm not joking.
Cheater! Maximize!
I'm afraid the web makes that impossible. Cat you are and cat you stay.
This is a pretty hardcore origin story.
And when your energy's gone, I feast.
Damn, even Galvatron wasn't crazy enough to try to eat somebody. But not to worry, the team coward and sarcastic jerk is on the way. I'm sure the sight of a giant spider about to consume you isn't going to scare him off at all.
This is a dumb plan, Webface. I don't have any real blood, just mech fluid.
Oh, my filters will adjust. It is the act I enjoy more than the nourishment.
I think they made the first serial killer Transformer. He even breaks out the special hunting goggles that Jamie Gumb had in Silence of the Lambs to go hunting for Rat Trap when he shows up. But rats are known for their low cunning, and they don't come any lower than Rat Trap, so he lures Tarantulas into an ambush. So with him soon out of the picture, Rat Trap is free to try to figure out how the hell to free Cheetor. He finally just cuts the idiot loose and brings them back, and spins a yarn about how he was just out trying to lift Cheetor's spirits after getting his ass chewed out. And Cheetor says he's learned his lesson. What that lesson is, I can only guess. But Rat Trap makes clear that Cheetor better have learned the right one, or it's going to get beaten into his stupid face until he learns it. The web is really, really dark. That stuff with Tarantulas especially is pretty much nightmare fuel for the target audience. The episode does show the continued development of the characters, that they're not going to be perpetually what they were when they were introduced, that they will grow as the show goes on. We'll be seeing a good example of that throughout the year as we look at Beast Wars. As a standalone episode, it is effective, although a bit surprising that they shifted the focus to these three characters rather than including Megatron and more of a role than his place in the dream. I guess the intent here is to flesh out some of the individual villains more, since they didn't get that much screen time. They were really just playing backup to their leader in the first story. Likewise, Dinobot gets little more than a cameo after his prominent place in the previous story to make way for these two. In addition to this new spotlight, there's some pretty good one-liners in here too. So overall, I think it's a pretty effective start. Not amazing, but not disappointing as often happens in these situations.